Hi again, everyone. Welcome to Rock Bottom with Rhoda and Dan. I'm Dan.
And I'm Rhoda.
All right. Today we are going to discuss a couple of issues. First of all, the No Kings thing. Somehow we got talking off camera. We thought we were on camera, but apparently we were off camera.
We were great, by the way. It was the best show ever. It was great. We laughed, we cried, it was amazing.
So inspirational.
It really was.
You would have been sending us tips.
Yeah.
I mean money tips, not tips to improve. Although you probably send those too.
Yes.
We were talking about Trump, obviously. About why? Because he was in Nevada. And he was talking.
We started talking about corner stores, and then mom and pop places, and.
So this week, the Rambling Buffoon was in Vegas,
giving a speech,
and he was talking about.
All that they've done tax-wise for all the small businesses and the corner stores, and then he stopped and he said, "Corner stores? What are corner stores? Who wrote this?" And then he was like, "Oh, I know what a corner store is, but who wrote what corner store is?" And
store? What the hell is a corner store?
But anyway, I might get that wrong, but it was something to the effect that, what the hell are corner stores? Anyway, and then we started talking about mom and pop places, and
but seriously, he was what a buffoon.
Yeah.
Didn't know what a corner store was. This is a guy that's been around for 80 years. Okay.
Grew up in one of the boroughs of New York, where I'm sure at every corner there was a corner store.
We've been to New York.
We've been, yes.
Every corner has got a store.
Yeah.
Amazing, but every corner has a store.
Well, we live in a small town, and at the corner there's a corner store. It's not. I would think that. And even I grew up in the boonies. We watched TV, saw corner stores on there.
Andy Griffith always had corner stores.
Yeah,
Mayberry
I know. Always had corner stores. Yeah.
I do remember a corner store though. Back when I was a kid, I do remember a corner store. We used to go to the movies all the time here in this little town. And if I told you where it was, then you would look it up, and then you'd know exactly where it is. But anyways. But anyways, just before we went in, of course, down a half a block is a corner store, and they sold candy.
Yeah.
They sold candy, I remember as a kid, I would go in town with my dad sometimes. There was two stores, Bill's Takeout, which was a beer store. So I went next door, got candy, and we went over to Bill's Takeout. So, anyways.
Oh, my dad went to the bar, and we went over to the soda shop. But anyway.
But the buffoon didn't know what a corner store was.
No.
Anyway. So he went all the way. All the way to Vegas
to talk about how great his tax things are doing. I don't know. We were supposed to get the best tax return ever. I ended up having to pay $50 in on my federal taxes, so I'm not thinking I got that much.
I don't know what you're talking about because the average person got an extra $5,000 to $6,000.
Yeah, I think the average tax return was like $3,000. I've never gotten one for $3,000, but
you haven't gotten one for what?
I've never gotten a tax return for $3,000 refund. See, my dad always says you can't get more back than what you paid in.
I'm not sure mine buying.
I never paid in that much. But anyway,
I would like to think. So you're telling me the way you think, I can only get back as much as I paid in.
Yeah, because its deductibles aren't
I hate that theory.
aren't that great. But anyway.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I got a great state return back, but
Yeah.
not a federal one. But anyway, one of the reasons why the returns were so great is because they stopped paying taxes on tips, which
Right.
led us before to talk about hour and a half on taxes on tips.
Taxes on tips.
Yeah, but
We'll give you the short version
Yeah.
of that, all right? We'll give you the short version
Yeah.
of that. Number one, I don't know why do you have to go to Vegas? All right, why do you
Yeah.
have to fly out to Vegas on tax dollars
yeah,
that people aren't paying? So you can tell them you don't have to claim your tips anymore. He couldn't have done that on national television?
I don't know. He can't do anything on national television.
Um,
I mean, and when he does, like when he announced that, well, he didn't announce it because we were at war for 4 or 5 days before he went on national television.
He
So-
he never did he?
No.
Because I think he did. I think he said something on what the hell is his thing?
Truth Social.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he was bombing. We were bombing Iran, and
That's kind of
yeah.
an ironic name, Truth Social.
yes, for somebody to go on
It
there
might be
and
social, but I can guarantee it's not the truth.
and that's the truth.
That is the truth.
Yes.
So anyway, so he flies all the way out to Vegas, touts that you don't have to pay tax anymore.
Yeah.
Which, all right, and the short version of this long show that we did, and it was great.
It really was.
Seriously.
Really.
Seriously,
Really.
if you ever had a chance,
Well,
Right,
you're never going to
yes,
get the chance, but
it's-
if you ever did,
you would have loved it.
you would have really loved it.
I have mixed feelings about them not paying tax on that. All right, and I get. They are very hard workers.
Mhm.
I would never. I did that job once. I
Yeah.
worked at a big boy restaurant as an assistant manager, and to do that, you had to.
You
they
can work your way
expected
up
you-
to
They
the
had
end.
to. They expected
You had to do
to
each
know
job.
Every job. They
Yeah.
expected you to
Yeah.
know every job.
Yeah.
The audacity.
Yes.
Anyways, that is a tough job.
It is.
The biggest tip I ever got, $1.
Of course,
But-
that was back when $1 was worth a lot more than $1. You know.
It
So,
was like
yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
So it was.
Yes.
It was. The year was. Let me think.
Probably 70s, right?
Oh,
80s?
it was obvious. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. It had to have been 76, 77. Yeah, probably 77.
yeah.
No, it was after. Yeah. No, it had to have
Maybe
been
the
about
80s.
77,
Yeah,
78.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But anyways, that's a tough job. So-
No, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't stay on my feet that long. I could never get the orders right. But what I had to pay in broken pottery and paying for people's medical bills when I scalded them with soup, yeah, I wouldn't last a day, I don't think. So I know it's a hard job. I think it really is, and I think they deserve tips. But I also think they should have be getting a good wage in the first place.
All right, so where do you draw the line in the sand? Who pays taxes and who doesn't?
That's just true. That is true. Yeah.
Where's that line?
Yeah, because I've always had to pay for all taxes and everything that I made.
Absolutely.
I didn't. I didn't have to.
I
didn't-
get that they don't make minimum wage.
I get that too, and I think they should make. I think if you're like a high price restaurant right now, figure out how much people make in tips, divided by the number of employees. That's what you should pay them an hour. I don't care, and then don't
Yeah.
take tips.
And then they're
because-
going to say that
and
you
the-
can't afford their meals then.
Well, I'm paying that tip anyway. I mean,
You
I
are.
pay very good tips. I do. And when I couldn't afford to pay a tip, I did not go to a restaurant that, sit down restaurant. I went to McDonald's. I went to Burger King. I went whatever. and it really ticks me off that now that they have a little thing now when you pay by card where they asked you how much you want to tip. It's like, really? You know, we come to these places because they're
So we
cheap.
don't.
You know, I feel bad, and I always give them a tip. But it's
You're such a sucker.
I really am, because it's
You're
like,
such a sucker.
well, really, you know, it's like, do you want to round it off for charity? Oh, no, not really, but but I almost have to because, you know.
Yeah.
'Cause
501.
Yeah.
I've got to round it up to $6.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's like really. Not that it's not bad, but it's like, are you really doing this for one thing? And I don't know. Anyway.
Well, I think. Oh hell, we'll go off.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got started on
Yeah.
this during COVID.
Uh-huh.
Okay, this is when the big tip rage, because
You have things delivered and having things.
absolutely, and these poor people ended up having to work through COVID.
Yeah, and they definitely.
And so the big tipping started.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, now after COVID, everybody and their brother has got a tip jar out there. You
Yeah.
know? I went to church the other day, and up on the altar, there's a tip jar. And I said, no, I'm not paying that. The homily sucked. I said, no, I'm not doing that.
In fact, you always.
Exactly.
My
You
time.
want a tip? Keep it under 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So anyway,
It really is getting ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah.
it?
No, I'm not buying that.
But anyways,
Yeah.
but we've got to that point that every place now has got a tip jar.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that they don't work hard for it. They absolutely do. I mean, we've had our fair share of really good wait staff, and we've had our share of not so great staff. But
We were just talking about the other night because we had somebody that everything was late. we had one waitress that took our order, came back a few minutes, half an hour later? I think she filled our coffee a couple of times. Came back about a half an hour later, says, I'm sorry, I forgot to write down what you ordered. Can you tell me what it was again?
by that time, we forgot.
I know. It's like,
We didn't even know where we were.
Yeah, you can't do that to old people. It's like, yeah. But anyway.
Really, we thought we were in church.
Yes.
Probably where that tip thing came from.
Yeah.
What's-
Yeah.
But
I had a cousin, her and her husband went out to eat, and they went to a pizza place, and they ordered, and they sat down, and like 3 other people came in and ordered, got their pizzas, and left, and they were like, they did bring them drinks, so they had their drinks, and so after, I don't know, half an hour, they said, hey, let's just go. And so they got up, and he's like, do I tip them? Because they got drinks.
Did they pay for the drinks?
I have no idea, but he just wanted to know if we should tip him.
Oh yes,
I think
please
he left,
do.
yeah.
Please do.
But yeah.
The more the better.
Yeah, the thing is, no matter how bad the wait staff is, you tip them. I don't know. I tip them.
We do.
I
We
tip
do.
them. And I don't necessarily tip them better. If they're good, wait staff. Because I like eating breakfast, and I will go out and eat breakfast myself. And I only have one person. I'm taking up a whole table. I realize the wait staff could have somebody, could have 3 or 4 other people there with them and get more money. So I always tip better than normal for that. But
Yep.
I shouldn't have to. They
You
shouldn't
shouldn't
be
have
able to. Yeah.
You shouldn't have to, because
No.
that's not up to you. It doesn't matter if
Yeah.
you're taking up a full booth or one chair, whatever the case may be. You pay for one person.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think people have come to expect it, and I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they don't deserve it. They absolutely deserve
they do.
it.
But they deserve to be paid a living wage. I think.
They do.
And if you're going to a restaurant where tipping is customary, then you should pay more for extra for your meal, and let them say no. We're not going to we don't accept tips, but our meals are more expensive because we include it in. And there are restaurants that do add like 18% on or something like that, and then I don't know how they work it, but maybe they make it so that everybody gets paid more. Instead of just the waitresses or the wait staff, yeah.
I mean, we're paying it anyways. So,
right. So why not have it so that the dishwasher or the chef or the person who busses the table all takes a share of it. In some restaurants they do that, but
we're pretty
I
much
just
across the board 20%.
Yeah.
Not everybody is. Some people are at 10.
Some at 25, 30, whatever. But
figure out a happy medium. Raise your prices if you must.
Yeah.
And just go. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
God, but whether you have good staff or not, for us anyways, we always put it down for the same.
And if you're a manager of a restaurant, you know who is good in your wait staff and who isn't.
Oh, sure.
And if they're not good, fire them. That's the way it is in every other job, just...
Yeah,
or get them more training or give them a warning or something. But it shouldn't be up to the customer, especially when it's... you don't know what's going on in that person's life and whether or not they're having a bad day or not. I don't know. I just think that's the way it should be.
I don't understand that. But that's my gripe about.
And then you can decide whether you're going to raise give them a living wage. Absolutely, give them a living wage. But decide whether we want to use that extra money to pay for insurance, to pay for they get benefits so they can stay home when they're sick, or I just think there's a better way. It's got to be. Just taking care of allowing them to not pay. I don't know. Maybe it makes a huge difference in the life, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like
people will say that's not a. It's not a high paid position, and I get that.
Yeah.
All right, I understand that. But pay them.
Yeah.
Pay them.
Yeah.
But let us remind everyone that this bill that was passed.
Yeah.
It didn't start as a Republican thing. This started as a Democratic thing.
Yeah. Right.
The Democrats proposed that a long time ago, and that was kind of a big big deal for Kamala.
Oh, yeah.
That was a big deal for Kamala. So that was our thing with tipping.
Yeah.
I just I don't know. My feeling is that I'm going to give you a tip that I paid tax on that money that I'm about to give you.
Yeah.
I just feel it's like maybe.
It's like I had to pay taxes and everything I earned.
Nobody wants to pay taxes. I get that.
Nobody does. Nobody does.
Nobody wants that, but I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Claim
Anyway.
it. Don't claim it.
That's our.
I don't. It doesn't.
That's our little rant.
I mean, I don't care.
Yeah.
We go to a few restaurants around, and we've always had very good wait staff. Our regulars are very good.
Right.
We've gone out of town. We've had some.
Yeah.
But and they deserve every cent.
Yeah.
Actually, more. These people, we go to.
They recognize us. They know what our preferences are. They know we're slobs. They give us extra napkins without us even asking.
And
occasionally they wipe our mouths. We're old anyway. And don't. It's not like we begrudge it. We don't. But we just think that there's better ways. There's better ways.
I just wish that they made better money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Without, tack it on. I don't care. It's like, here we go again. But anyways,
Okay.
all right. So here's the thing: in the
Yeah.
state of Michigan, and then possibly in other states as well, you pay a bill with cash, and it's X amount.
Yeah.
There are some places around now. If you pay in credit card, you're going to pay 3.99% higher.
Right.
Why? Because they can.
Mm-hmm.
Because they can. I have a problem with that.
I do
If
too.
I'm a business owner,
Mm-hmm.
I will eat that 3.99% as opposed to you giving me a bad check.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you don't want to do that, then add the price. Add 3.99% to whatever your menu item is, and don't let me know that you're just adding it to pay the tip.
Because all that does is piss us off.
Yeah, right. right. And I don't know why the credit company does
We
it
go
anyway,
to a
but
place here in town to get our oil changed.
Mhm.
All right, let me explain to you that this place is not the cheapest place in town. It is probably the most expensive place in town to get an oil change, but it is what it is, and it's convenient, and so we go.
Mhm.
They have the audacity to charge that 3.99% higher.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
On an oil change that's already probably $20 higher than any place else.
Yep.
If you're going to charge it, I don't want to know. So just tack it on to everybody,
Yeah.
or figure out how many people pay in cash, how many people pay in cards, split the difference, and just raise it up that much.
Yeah. Yeah.
I pay in card because it's easier.
Yep.
As a business person, you should be happy that I'm paying you in card because you're guaranteed that you're going to get that money.
Right.
I understand that they're going to charge you a certain percent because,
Yeah,
they're giving
that's why
you a
they are.
service
Yeah.
that they're guaranteeing you that you're going to get your money.
You can, and if you're, you can try work it out with the credit card companies too. We know some businesses that only accept Visa because they worked out an agreement with Visa that
Yes.
they don't have to pay as much. But there are other things you can do. At one time, my dentist was going to charge me extra because I used a debit card, and then I guess they realized that debit cards aren't charged that thing because they stopped doing it all of
Debit
a
cards
sudden.
must be
Either they
considered a check.
stopped it or they just decided that they could afford to eat it. I don't know, but yeah, it's
That's-
kind of
That's just how it is. We started this show.
Okay.
We're going to talk about No Kings.
Right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was our little rant,
yes,
if you will. Even if you won't, it's
that's what
still it is.
that's our story.
All right. So we're talking
Okay.
about No Kings. While I was off in sunny Florida riding bike every day, by the way.
Oh no, I never remember how we got started on this.
Oh, really?
No, because we were going to talk about the walkout.
Oh. Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
walkout on May 1st. There's going to be a walkout, but anyway.
So, anyways, they had a National No Kings Day while I was gone, so I didn't go to this one. But Rhoda did.
I did. It's the third one I've been to. They've had three. They've had three of them. I've been to all
Mhm.
three. And like you said, it happened. It was spring break around here, so we didn't have as big a crowd. And but we did. Each No Kings Day has gotten nationwide has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. Usually it's gone up. This time it was between 8 and 9 million. It usually goes up between 1 and 2 million each time we have one, which is great. But you kind of wonder what good is it doing? And so I had AI. I love AI. I hate to admit it because I know that some people are probably being put out of work by AI, but it helps old people like me.
Like me.
Yeah.
Because of AI, I had to retire.
Okay, no, he
not
didn't,
true.
but
At all.
no.
At all. It's a
No,
lie.
no, he needed needed to be, one of those people that stood in front of a room and talked to people, and I can't do that. Anyway, and look pretty too,
Oh,
So
I
yes,
didn't do
yes.
that. Ask any of my students.
Anyway, I asked AI, can you tell me, is this going to make a difference having these no kings things? So the AI took it as a challenge and ran with it. AI seems to think that it's going to help with the voters on the upcoming midterm elections. It's like one of the it broke it down into different groups, and one of the ones that it would be the biggest impact if they got involved were the young voters, the 18 to 34. And I was there by myself because my partner wasn't there. And he was being a good dad and granddad. Anyway, yes, he thought about me a lot. I didn't think about him at all. But anyway, I did, because I was trying to hold a camera and a sign, and and I was by myself. So yeah, that would have been handy to have somebody there. Anyway, it was between this young couple that were probably between 18 and 34. I would say their early 30s. And over here it was between young people. One of them gave an interview with somebody, and I heard her say that she had graduated high school like 3 years earlier. And the reason she was there is because her teacher talked about the Holocaust and what was led up to it, and how one of the things that they did in Germany is they made demonized groups of people, and so that you turn against them and be nationalist and say, everything that's wrong with our country is because of these people, and we have to get rid of them. And a lot of things she said, I thought, oh, you got a great teacher. And so she obviously was affected by it, and her three friends were like, yes, you tell them. So they got to protest and act up before things get as bad as it got in Germany. And so that was great. The group leans towards Democrats, but they're not people that will vote in the midterms usually. I didn't vote in the midterms. Well, I did back then. Primaries. Primaries, I didn't until Hillary came along, and I wanted to because I've always been a Democrat, so whatever Democrat, I'll take it. But I wanted to see a woman get elected before I die, and that might not happen. So, but
always next time.
I started voting in primaries. Yes, there's always next time. And I got more involved in looking at things, as far as people's positions and stuff. And so, anyway, the youth turnout drops like 20 to 30 points for midterms versus presidential elections. So if you get them energized by things like the No Kings rally, it can make a small bump in the number of people that show up. And if even 3 to 5% can swing a close race. So that's something to think about. If it rises from 35% to 40%, it can flip 1 or 2 Senate races and several House seats. So it's worth it. Places that can change is like the Georgia, the Senate and the House suburbs, the Arizona, the Phoenix suburbs, Michigan, college towns and Detroit suburbs, Pennsylvania, Philly suburbs. So that they could be actually the most significant group to energize for the midterms.
Okay.
The next they have suburban moderates. They're not going to be protesters usually.
They're not.
But they're going to see the rallies in the local press. They're going to see they're peaceful. They're going to see people's signs. They're going to find out why they're there. it kind of normalizes things. So you're seeing it more often. You're seeing what they're doing, and you're finding out that they're not demons. They're real people that have real concerns, and that Anyway, so and this is usually the college-educated voters, and they're mostly women, and they're often swing voters. So they can decide who the House controls, or a close statewide race.
So when you say they're swing voters,
they're
go
people
for either
that,
party?
yeah, it's like they're not entrenched in either being a Democrat or a Republican. They're more concerned about particular issues that affect them.
Okay, sure.
And when you're out there at the rally and you have the signs and stuff, that's a lot of things. You hear about all the millions that attend these things, and they're like Indivisible and the Women's March and places like that. They organize these things, and they'll keep track of who signed up to go for them. And I know, at least in my case, I usually sign up through Indivisible, and they send me something saying, how was it? Did you like it? And is there anything we can do to change it? So they know that I actually attended it. But that doesn't count all the people that honked their horns at us. Not all the people that took pictures, not all the people that waved at us, not the people that did this to us, not the people that give us a thumb up. And there are a lot of them.
Oh, sure. I still say that for every one person that is not protesting, there's probably 10 that are not, but they still agree with you.
Right. So
And wish that they were there.
Right.
Or wish that, or...
Exactly.
But at least they're on your side.
Yeah. And if there's like a 2 to 3 point shift in that among those suburban voters, that could flip the House. So they're not chanting, but they're influenced by what's going on around them. There's disaffected irregular voters. They're wild cards. They usually skip the midterms. They might show up at a rally if you're protesting something that they're interested in, and No Kings really does get people like that. They're concerned about people that I don't know, tear down half the White House and want to put up a ballroom, or it's not. It's not the normal thing, but it's something that kind of catches people's attention and maybe that bombs Iran and then tries to figure out why they're doing it, like in mid war. They don't show up in the polls because they're not, unless you're a registered Republican or Democrat or independent, you're probably not going to be polled. But they can make a difference in the wave elections. They're one of the groups that can swing something, like where they're saying, oh, it's a toss-up, where you can't tell either way, and then whoever wins by 5%. That's because of people like this that are surprise people. Let's see. You got
and that's huge these days.
That is.
Though. That's huge these
it
days.
It is.
Because our typical elections now are usually very close, within 2%, maybe.
Yeah.
So like when Trump is bragging that it was a landslide this time, I don't think it was 2%.
No, I don't think so. I think it was less than that. Yeah.
So and the last time he won, he didn't even come close to winning the popular
vote. Right. So yeah. Sometimes when they do things like that, and a lot of
it makes a big difference. It does make
it really does. It does. Then you have the minority voters. They like the Black and Latino voters usually lean Democrat. Trump had more than usual for the last time, but the rallies. They gets them engaged in things. And the things that a lot of the signs at the No Kings rally were had to do with civil rights and immigration and policing. Things like that matter in the elections in Georgia and Michigan, Arizona, Nevada, and the Texas urban areas. It keeps them motivated, and if there's a drop-off in turnout in minorities, it usually hurts the Democrats. This gets them involved in it. So it's less about gaining more votes for the Democrats, but keeping the votes that they usually get. Older voters, this was a hard one for me because they say there's little to no impact with the older voters because they're usually entrenched. They're not likely to protest, which I find that hard to believe because there's a lot of older people where we're at. So I don't know that they're.
I think our side, it's easier to get our side, the left, to protest more so than the right.
And I think that's what they're meaning, that it's not going to have a bunch of impact because those of us that are into this, we're always going to be into this. We're not going to be changing people our age, but it gives us a place to go where we can be energized and know that things aren't lost.
It is a good feeling. It's a good feeling because I like going to these protests. Because I think our voice needs to be heard. B, it's nice to know that other people feel the same way.
Yeah. They think that the House impact that these rallies could get us a gain, like if with the youth and the suburban and irregular voters, gains us 5 to 15 seats, which is enough to flip the House. I think people are asking for more like 30, 40 seats, but flipping it anyway. So they think in California, New York, Pennsylvania, and Michigan, that what those groups are going to be enough to flip the House. That should give us 5 to 15.
But here's the thing, and I told you yesterday when we were watching a show. I wish the pundits, I wish these talking heads, I wish these TV hosts would stop saying when the Democrats flip.
I know, because there are people that don't at all. This is way too early to say that.
Because President Hillary Clinton will advise you not to count on that.
Don't do that.
No. Because strange things happen.
So let's just say, okay, so that will give us 5 to 15 seats. That will flip it. Let's go for that. The Senate, they think those 4 states are going to have the biggest impact, these No Kings things.
Okay.
The Senate, they think Georgia, Michigan, again, North Carolina, and Maine, that they're going to be close races decided by 1 to 3 points. But it's harder for the Senate because nobody actually. It's coming more and more often. They're saying the Senate's in play, but nobody actually is saying at this point that we're going to flip the Senate. The rallies can't. This is what AI says. My friend AI, that even at a massive scale, the rallies cannot flip deeply red states. Convert a large number of Republican voters, and overcome a strong pro-Republican economic environment. So
any more than it would change our
right. Like if this was the Tea Party back in the day, they never changed anything I ever felt about anything.
Absolutely not.
No. Of course, this is much bigger than the Tea Party. So if that means anything. So hopefully it means the Democrats get more young voters, a stronger base turnout, and a slight suburban edge. Without rallies, it's probably narrow Republican losses, or even they might even hold.
Sure.
With the rallies, a clearer Democratic advantage in the House.
Right.
Yeah.
So I do believe that they do something. It gets people out there.
Yeah.
It gets people,
Yeah.
people like to see other people get engaged and out there.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. One of these shows we're going to be talking about, we're talking about younger people getting involved with the rallies.
Yeah.
There's got to come a time in this country, and it's not now because we're already over. We have to start getting younger candidates.
Yeah.
And I don't mean 20-year-olds.
Well, the candidate for Texas, who looks about 20 to me, Tallarico, he definitely is younger.
Sure.
There are, let's see, who else is there out there? Katie Porter in California, she's pretty young.
What I want to know is I want to know what the average age is for our senators, and that's a show. But
52,
okay. But we need to start getting.
I think the average age for our senators right now is what, 85? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice knowing that there are still people out there that are older than me, but I got to get over that. They got to start being younger than me.
I don't know. When our president is now 80, we're going to be 80 in June, and everybody was having a fit about Joe Biden, and I get it. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm 45 years old. I don't want to work.
You'd make a good politician. You lie like a dog. But anyway.
I just don't know how these people can do it.
Yeah.
At 80 years old, you get up in the morning, and I'm sure Trump rolls out of bed at the crack of noon, and he says,
yeah.
"Oh, hell, I
Well,
don't feel like doing anything."
Trump's up all night. Come
All
on,
night.
don't expect him to be up at
texting
morning.
stupid stuff.
Yeah.
But, let's face it. An 80-year-old, 60-some-year-old doesn't have the energy anymore to.
Yeah, you got a lot of energy, more than me. Yeah, but you are much younger. But I think I do know people though that can do fine in 70s. But
But
think
to run
that,
a country?
No, I don't think they should. If they do, they need to have a lot of young people around them. I swear.
Absolutely.
I mean, have a lot of young people that, and if you're not going to use young people, I have a friend called AI.
Yes.
no, but AI doesn't. It's not human, and you got to have the human factor too.
Maybe.
Yeah, you do. You do. You got to have somebody that knows how to interpret that kind of stuff. I mean, what was it? Somebody, Laura Ingraham, is wondering if Donald Trump understands what people are telling him, or something like to that effect. And it's like, yeah, you got to have somebody who understands, able to process what's being told to him, able to tell who's just kissing up and doesn't have a clue what's really going on,
Like he knows
and
that.
who really knows what they're talking about. And you got to have people with different ideas. You can't have somebody that just parrots whatever you say to them.
No.
You got to have people that have different ideas. You got to have a cabinet that's willing to argue with each other. You got to have somebody that. It's the same way with the Senate and
I think
the
it's
House.
important that you have people in your cabinet that have, let's say, a brain.
Inexperienced.
Experience would be nice.
practical experience, not
Brain would be all right.
Yeah, yeah. You got to have people that can fight it out and compromise. I'm getting tired. I hated it back in the day when they always had to get something to fight back and forth with each other and came up with something that not everybody was happy with, nobody was happy with, but was good enough.
It's called politics.
But it's politics, but that worked,
Sure did.
and you didn't have this like, because not everything that one side or the other is right, but you got to get something that everybody can live with.
I think,
So you have to have people that can talk to each other and make bargains and get things done.
I think the best we can ever hope for is that neither side is happy.
Yeah, that's what you need.
I think the best you can ever hope for is
that
that
everybody is just okay with.
Yeah.
Nobody's really thrilled with. Nobody's really.
They compromised enough so much that neither one is.
But both of them can live with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
And both of their constituents can live with it. You have to talk.
You have to talk.
Yep.
You know.
You can't just cancel Congress and send everybody home on vacation every 5 days. It's like.
Well, you can't have morons like Michael Johnson in there.
Yeah.
You just
Who says no? Oh, okay. But
I don't know. But anyway,
yes.
So that was our No King show and our tax on tips show.
Yes.
And tax on church homilies.
Yeah, I'm really against that, but I would, if I went to church, I would speak up about that.
If they want better tips, keep them short. I'm telling you, keep them short.
Yes.
So,
You got to know your customers.
Exactly. Know your audience for crying out loud.
Yeah.
All right, people. That is going to wrap it up for us. Thank you all very much for joining us. We'll do this again real soon.
Bye.